This is Philip DeBella, and you're listening to Flashcast by PDB. Let me take the opportunity to wish you all a happy new year and many prosperous returns. And hopefully, you've all got your goals ready to go for 2019. Remember, life is only as good as you make it, and be the best you can be. So let's get those things down: personal, professional, and family. Let's map out what 2019 is going to look like for us individually, from a family perspective, and also from a professional perspective. It's a great exercise for you to do with your children. Also, have them map out their personal goals, their school goals, and their family goals, and get them started on their journey of being the best that they can be. Happy New Year, and here's to a big and long successful 2019. Be the best you can be. You're listening to Philip DeBella, Flashcast by PDB. Hi, this is Philip DeBella, and you're listening to Flashcast by PDB. I've got the privilege today of interviewing my beautiful daughter, Annika DeBella, and her lovely, beautiful friend, Georgia. Again, in line with Let's Hearing about what goes on in the mind of young ones, I'm bringing on two wonderful young ladies on the show and asking them some questions, and let's get into the mind and see what they're doing. Again, it's all about being the best that you can be, and it's all about tapping in and learning, not only from what happens behind us, but what could happen in front of us. And these two lovely young ladies are 10 years old, so we're going to be tapping into the mind of 10-year-olds on this show. So without further ado, let me introduce the two lovely ladies. Miss Annika DeBella, welcome.
Hi.
And Georgia, welcome to the show.
Hi.
So let's kick off straight from the bat. When I say the word success, what does success mean to you? Annika?
I think you succeed in something that you love and that you do well in it.
And Georgia?
Say if you're in maths, you do your best, and you don't copy anyone else's work. Do what you think's right and not anyone else's.
Okay, great. So, when you grow up, let's have a think. Let's put those thinking caps on, right? When you grow up, what do you want to do?
I want to be a netball player, or if not, a chef, or a doctor like my dad.
Isn't that fantastic? So 3 plans there, which is great. Again, we start to see the backup plans that go up in a mind, which we always encourage is people. You can't have just a singular vision, but to have those backup plans and some really cool stuff there and some creative stuff. And again, the influence comes out of following in the footsteps of parents. That's beautiful. Annika, when you grow up, what would you like to do?
I would like to be an artist, if not a chef, and then if not, a neuroscientist.
Fantastic. Again, backup plans and some very creative. As you can see, we've got 2 very creative girls here. So let me ask you, what's your favourite subjects at school? Annika?
Science.
Just science?
Yeah, and art.
And art. For you, Georgia?
I like maths and PE.
Fantastic. And isn't it funny that you got that balance? You have that balance of creative, also that balance of real academia. So good to see what's going on in those minds. Tell me, if schooling could be different in one way, if you could change anything at school, what would it be? Annika?
It might sound weird, but my maths teacher.
Maths teacher? That's all right. We'll come back to that. Georgia, what would you change at school?
Bullies, because I've been bullied 3 years in a row in different ways. One was talking about my back, running away from me and telling me to sit there, and the other one was calling me names.
Okay, so let's we'll come back to the bully thing because that's an interesting thing and obviously very topical and something that shouldn't exist at all. So we'll come back to that in a minute, Georgia. So a maths teacher. So as we always say, our teachers in life and there's many teachers in our life. My children are my teacher. My wife is my teacher. My team across work are my teachers. So teachers aren't strictly people that teach us at school, but of course, in a school environment, they are so instrumental and important and so backbone of whether we succeed or fail. Annika, tell me, what is it about the maths teacher that you don't like specifically?
Well, he doesn't really affect me because I know I have to be the bigger person, but he screams at this girl called Lauren in class and says that she does something wrong, that she shouldn't use algebra because it is the questions apparently so easy to see, and he just technically bullies her when he should be teaching her.
Okay, so that's obviously something that affects you, and does it affect the way that you learn, or does it just make you anxious, or do you feel sorry for your friend?
I just feel bad for her because it's always her
Okay, and we see that bullying can not only take place, obviously, from a child's perspective, but it can take place from somebody who's got a position of leadership as well. So how would you deal with that? If that was happening to you, Annika, how would you deal with it?
I'd probably talk to him and tell him to stop, and if he doesn't, I would tell the principal.
Yeah, and that's very wise, but that takes a lot of bravery, right? So, you know, and it's good that you're brave. And what can you do to help your friend be brave?
Well, I encourage her to stand up and not always agree with him, but always have her position.
Yeah, and that's very wise, miss, and something obviously your mother tells you all the time, that you need to have a voice and respectfully stand up for what you believe in and follow the command. So I'm very proud of you, miss, for the way you're thinking about that and the way you would deal with it. And of course, as we say, you want to be the best you can be, but also help others to be the best that they can be. So your friend needs your support to obviously help her through it, and I believe you would be there for her and help her and guiding. And that, remember, you're also a teacher in life, and it's a privilege to be able to be in a position to help others. So I encourage you to keep helping your friend to get a good outcome. You're prepared to do that?
Yes.
Very good. Now, Georgia, let's come back to yours. Bullying. How do you feel when someone's bullying you?
I sort of feel lonely sometimes if I'm left behind, and sad.
Yeah. And that's obviously, you know, that's hard to deal with, but something that really needs to happen is that people need to really try and tap into, you know, the network around them and help them and all the rest of it. And I'm not an expert in this topic whatsoever. It's obviously a very delicate situation when someone's being bullying, and the best thing we can do is be there and support our friends and support our family and those that are being put in a position. So, Georgia, tell me, who's been there to help you when you're feeling like that?
My friends, they always stick up for them and help me through this.
That's great. And have you spoken to the teachers about it also?
Yes.
Okay, and they've been supportive and helpful as well?
Yes.
That's good. And it's important that you do chat about these things anytime you've got an issue, and that's for you, Annika, as well, and for everyone listening. Obviously, communication is something that I talk about. Communication is a common denominator of failure, and things fail when people don't communicate. So it's very important that we have a good circle of friends. We talk about having 3 to 5 really good friends around you, because that helps shape who you become and what you do, and they become your network that help you succeed. And can I tell you, girls, that won't change when you get older. It'll be exactly the same. It'll become even more important as you grow up to have the right people around you that help you, support you, and bring out the best in you. So, Georgia, making sure that you know that you've always got people to talk to and you've got a good, strong family around you and friends is so important. Does that help?
Yes.
Annika, tell me, what inspires you the most in life?
Well, my goals definitely inspire me, but I think it's mostly my parents, and definitely my brother teaches me to be a good sister and a better person.
Oh, that's great. And it's great you brought your brother into it, because you've got a great relationship with your brother. Even when you guys are arguing, you've got a good relationship, and that fire comes out, that DeBella fire in those eyes. Hey, Annika? But it's really cool. Georgia, what inspires you the most in life at the moment?
Netball. I've been doing it since year 2, and I play shooter, and my parents have been helping me through this the whole time.
It's fantastic. So you love your sport, and you are very good at sport, as we know. And something that's really, really important is that you've always got a vision and a direction that you want to head to. So you need to make sure that you're always looking forward and that you're always enjoying life, because remember, life's a journey. It's not a destination. One final question. What's the one thing you're going to focus on in 2019 to become a better person? Georgia?
Since we're leaders next year, because we're in grade 6, I would focus on since the teachers are choosing our leaders. So I rolled for news. So if I get news, I'm going to try my best at it. And even if I don't really do it well, I'll keep trying.
That's great. So you're going to focus on leadership as you go into grade 6. That's fantastic. Annika, DeBella, what are you going to focus on in 2019 to be the best version of yourself?
Well, pretty much the same thing as Georgia. We're having captains next year, a lot less than they are though. And I want to be photography captain. And most photography captains get the limelight, and I'm going to make sure that I get the most respect I can have and do my best at it and make sure every other captain gets the best respect they have.
That's fantastic, and I love the whole concept of respect. And remember, respect is earned, not demanded. So you both need to be able to be good leaders by creating amazing followers. So leadership is all about the quality of the followers that you have will then show what you are as a leader. Girls, it's been an absolute privilege and an honour to have you on the show, and I'm sure that listeners will get some great value, especially from the honest and open discussion, tackling some really difficult topics. Girls, you're both an inspiration. Thank you very much. Annika, thank you.
Thank you.
And Georgia, thank you.
Thank you.
Girls, awesome work. Listeners, you've been listening to Phil Di Bella, Flashcast by PDB. Until next time, be the best you can be.